Another late night, fucking almost 5 in the morning ramble here. God, my sleep schedule's fucked. Recently I've had the urge with all other games to replay a bunch of old ones for nostalgia's sake and because the latest games suck ass. So I'm obviously gonna have way more fun with the member berries here and going back to some older ones. And a question that crossed my mind, I guess, is like this might be like a new subset of the ramblings I'll be doing. Gamer talk, maybe. Who knows? I'll have to work on the details. But I had this idea of like, why do some people enjoy GTA 4 more than say GTA 5? And me, I'm kind of like in like the neutral boat. I like both of them, but it's for different reasons. And when you look at GTA 4 compared to GTA 5, like the main cusp of it is that with GTA 4, obviously Rockstar, it seemed like they were trying to do something a little bit different in terms of the storytelling. Because with the previous GTA games, it had that huge amount of parody and satire to just rip on people. That's what Rockstar was known for, was ripping on all these different celebrities and, cultural phenomenons, everything's Jesus. Fuck. Cultural phenomenon. And they did that for the entertainment of, some nice jokes and a few laughs, but it helped build up this, like, alternative world that they could just, craft a story around. But in the case of GTA 4, it felt like they sacrificed a bit of that parody and satire, mainly the satire. Like, there was still the parody of various products and world events and organizations and all that shit, but it was more just a backdrop in the world, a bigger backdrop than usual, and they tried to ground like the story a little bit more into reality. Like the whole tone of the story was way different compared to like the funnier ones in the past. And I think that's what some people like took offense to, was that with GTA 4 it felt a lot more darker, depressing, moody, gray. Like it was representative of the environment. Like Liberty City felt really dark. It felt very gloomy, sad. Like you did not want to be there at all. But it did help with the story because it kind of just like painted that whole idea that, like no one was a fucking winner in this so-called American dream that people were trying to chase, and that the more you tried to chase it, you would lose other things that made you happy. The American dream almost like took away your happiness in return for this like wealth that you gained at the sacrifice of others. And it just helped paint a really like dark story that a lot of people didn't take interest in. I kind of took interest in it, but I felt like because it looks like that when Rockstar did that, it sacrificed the other gameplay mechanics, because you just look at it compared to say San Andreas, you had what? Vehicle customization, a wide range of different clothing you could put on CJ, various stats that would go up and down in real time depending on your actions, the ability to upgrade your proficiencies with weapons. There was gambling. Uh, there was various side activities you could take part in that would give you various rewards. And then you go into GTA 4, and what? You can go bowling with your cousin. Not a bad thing, let me say. There was a lot of enjoyable moments from that. But beyond that, what else was there to really do? Hunt down a couple hundred pigeons that gave you no real benefit, as opposed to the packages in the past games that actually gave you something. It felt like there was actual like shit that you can hunt down and do in the previous games that gave you something. There was a reason to do it. But in GTA 4, there was really nothing. And on top of that, there was nothing to do. You couldn't buy properties. You couldn't buy cars, as far as I'm concerned. And weapons were locked away behind, the fucking black market. Huh. And with like the improved aiming that almost simplified the combat. GTA 4 felt more like a story-driven game through and through. It was like going from point A to point B to do the story, and there was no meaningful side activities to do unless you're like on the older consoles and you were doing it for achievements. It felt really devoid of any entertainment until, like the DLC came out later on where you could do some shit. But I didn't get around to it, sadly, because I was more invested in the main story. But then we go into GTA 5, on the other hand, and it felt like everything else was way more expanded upon. You had 3 different characters that had small, different play styles. You could customize your weapons. You could buy some cars. There were some properties you could buy, but even then the properties weren't as rewarding as the older ones. Uh, More activities you could partake in that can give you some monetary benefit or like some boost to your skills. There were some rather interesting collectibles that were part of like Strangers and Freaks missions, similar to Red Dead Redemption shit. And it felt a lot more expanded upon, but then it went back to the more campy, humorous, wildish side of the GTA universe. And then people don't like it. It was rather interesting how, yeah, GTA 5 was applauded by a whole lot of people. There was still like a subset of people that didn't like it. Now look, as I said, I am a huge fan of both games. More of GTA 5 than GTA 4, but I will give 4 credit where it's due. It did have a pretty gripping story. The depressing, grounded shit was actually kind of cool. You can do a whole lot of narrative stuff with that stuff. Given I was a little bit sad for my boy Nico, had a similar ending compared to Life is Strange. If you watch that video, but yeah, it's just for my own answer, I like both games. If I had to choose between them, GTA 5 would win more than not. Even though there are some things I wish that could be improved for GTA 5, but that's a what if for a different occasion. But yeah, it's just the GTA games kind of appeal to different people. Me, back in the day, Vice City was my cup of tea because I'm an 80s enthusiast. I love the aesthetics of it. And, San Andreas just felt like a good gangland type of game with a very huge journey across the entire continent of San Andreas. GTA 5 is a good fucking game for like that heisting simulator and the fucking drama of 3 characters intersecting for one big adventure. And then 4 was just, like a more realistic take on the world. But with all that said, it does make me wonder what the fuck GTA 6 will be like. Because it's just like, where are they going with that? Like, similar to, a guy that I listened to recently talking about GTA 6. Yes. I've been watching Some Ordinary Gamers recently with, Mutahar. He's rather interesting to listen to here and there. But he was talking about GTA 6 and how each game has, like, a particular theme, I suppose. Like I said, the 80s aesthetics for Vice City. He mentioned that, it was like a fucking... Well, no, he was saying that, with Vice City, it was like Scarface. San Andreas was some kind of gangland, like gang-themed movie. Totally forgot what the fuck it was. Oh well. And with GTA 4, in my opinion, not his, it's like... It's kind of just like a depressing take on the American dream. And then finally, GTA 5 was, just Heister's wet dream. As well as, like, like the fucking messed up economical bullshit of, the late teens all those years ago. But with GTA 6, where are they going to go for that? What will be the theme of that? Like, what? Okay, we're going back to Vice City. It may be in the 80s again. They're doing a Bonnie and Clyde type of thing. I'm like, okay, what do I remember about Bonnie and Clyde? It was about 2 fucking lovers that just go on a crime spree and try outrunning the law. So what? It's going to be a combination of Vice City, Red Dead Redemption minus the spaghetti western, or sorry, Red Dead Redemption 2 minus the spaghetti western, and a love story. Like, I do wonder what GTA 6 will be like, but this was a crappy tangent. I don't know. That was just a thought I had in my head about like why some people love and hate both games. There's definitely still some people that also hate GTA 5 as well. About how like the three characters kind of watered the story down a little bit, which I can understand because throwing in three people's problems into like one whole thing, it could be a little bit watered down. But me, I guess I don't see the problem with it. I guess I just enjoyed it for what it is. But I mean, hey, who knows? Let me know why you guys may like or dislike GTA 4, GTA 5 story, or any of them for that matter. Because I'm wrapping this shit up. I'm a little bit fucking tired here. Usual YouTube chant, not gonna go into it. Manager's fucking ramblings are done here. I'm fucking clocking out. I'm tired. Bleh, bye.